Now we will today we will study the electric fields in power cable. So we'll begin with overhead conductor. Overhead conductor is the bare conductor, right? So like a line and some towers will be there holding it like this using some insulator string like this. Now, this overhead conductor, if we consider how the electric fields will be for this overhead conductor, how to determine the electric field due to overhead conductor. So it is a single line charge, right? Continuously, what will happen actually? Once the line is loaded, some current I will flow continuously. And this I consists of charges moving along the line. So these charges will be dependent on the potential difference of this line with respect to ground, right? So now how the electric field will be, equipotential surfaces will be for this single line charge kind of thing, because it corresponds to a line charge. So let us assume that lambda is the charge per meter equals to Q by L. Q is the charge per length L, then Q by L is lambda. So coulombs per meter. Now, if lambda is Q by L, what is the electric field? Have you heard of electric field due to a line charge?
Yes, sir.
What is
Yes,
it?
sir.
E equals to
lambda by 2 pi RL.
Rho L
Lam-
upon 2 pi epsilon naught.
Lambda by 2 pi RL.
2 pi epsilon. Since it is 8 epsilon is epsilon naught, of course. I am simply writing epsilon. 2 pi epsilon
R.
L.
R.
R A R say.
AR kept.
Right. So this is what is the electric field. And then potential distribution V. Suppose
V is equal to integration of minus E dot dl.
वो ठीक है, फार्मूला क्या होता है?
Ln by
सिंगल
2 pi epsilon ln of R by capital R by small r.
Small r by capital R.
Lambda by 2 pi epsilon ln of capital R by small r.
Small r by
epsilon
Ln of capital R by
small
small
r.
r.
Small r by capital R.
Capital R by small r.
Sir, voltage is equal
capital R
to
is the
E
capital
by
R
R.
is the location where the potential is assumed to be 0, right? So this is how the
Yes,
potential distribution will be. But here one assumption is there. At capital R, so means it is a circular cylindrical surface, you can imagine. There the potential is assumed to be 0. But there is a slight difference in case of the conductor above the ground. Now, conductor above the ground corresponds to what kind of situation?
So it forms a line charge and ground is considered. So it is considered a line charge above the ground, and it forms a capacitor in between the air intervals.
Yeah, it is like, there is a conducting surface here, and I am drawing just cross section of the conductor here.
Yes, sir.
This is conductor. You can assume it as a point charge also. It's not a problem. Cross section I have drawn. Of course, cross section is compared to the distance height h. The cross section is very small. Right.
Yes, sir.
So you can assume it as a single line charge. So this is how there is a conducting plane. Conducting plane means this is at ground potential. So this is the situation, actual situation. So this kind of problems are solved using method of images.
Images.
Method
Yeah.
of images means what, this is plus q if you assume, right? So I am drawing a corresponding situation with an image charge plus q here, and then exactly if this is the height h, if this is the height h, okay. So exactly the other side, I have drawn an image charge minus q. Now there is no plane here. See this system, how this system corresponds to this, you can see here clearly. Now at this place, at the central place, uh, you know, corresponding to Earth, if Earth is not there and then there is an image charge at minus h, means, minus h means h downwards, that's it. This is the h upwards. Okay. So if this kind of charge distribution is there, means with another line passing through exactly minus h, then the potential at this point is how much? See, potential is always summation of the potentials due to individual charges, right? So in the previous case, you have given potential for due to single line charge as lambda by 2 pi epsilon into ln r by r. R is very large distance or some other location, whatever it is. Now, due to positive charge, this lambda is positive. Due to negative charge, this lambda is negative. And exactly in the mid plane, at this plane, see the value of r is same for both positive charge also, small r is same for both positive charge also, negative charge also, right? Now, what will be the potential at this plane then? At the central mid plane?
Sir, zero.
It should be
Zero.
zero.
Irrespective of your reference. Yeah, irrespective of your reference, in this system of charges means one above plus q charge, another above minus q line charge. So better we say plus lambda minus lambda because it is line charge. So plus lambda minus lambda, this system contributes to a plane exactly in the middle, which is having zero potential. So the situation above this plane means above this plane in the positive quadrant of distances, say positive h, etc. So is exactly similar to the situation in this case, right, where there is a line charge plus lambda and above a conducting surface here. So here, since this potential is zero, this is an equipotential surface. Equipotential surface with V equals to 0. So this exactly replicates this system. And then the electric field lines as well as equipotential lines above the V is equal to 0 plane are exactly similar to the a conductor above a ground plane. So that's why this is what is known as method of images. So if you want to solve any problem involving a infinite conducting plane and any number of positive charges or whatever it is, then you simply replace that infinite plane by exactly mirror images of these charge systems. Whatever charges you have to put their mirror images. So this system exactly corresponds to the same as the system that with infinite plane, conducting plane, and the charge system, same charge system, whatever it is. So this is what is known as method of images. Using this, we can solve the equipotential surfaces and then electric field distribution, etc. So what you have to do is this. I will leave it to as an exercise for you. So take plus lambda above the ground, assume h height, and then minus lambda below the ground at minus h, and this surface be at 0 level, and let origin of your system be here, and this is positive x direction, positive direction of the your y direction, or this is positive x direction, you can assume, but don't mention in x and y. I want the results in r and theta terms. So you can consider any arbitrary point, say for example here, which is having a distance r from here, and then obtain its potential and equate it, make it a constant. So all such equipotential surfaces mathematically you try to derive. Then obviously the result I'll show you. The equipotential surfaces will be will appear like. So now the equipotential surfaces will be more or less like this. So mathematically you try to obtain. I will actually formulate the problem and give it to you. So equipotential surfaces, initially this conductor itself is conductor surface itself is an equipotential surface, and then like this they will be parallel lines to the conductor surface, and ultimately they will be flattening towards the ground, and then they will be parallel to the ground like this. Now electric field lines, how they will be? Two equipotential surfaces.
Sir, perpendicular.
Yeah, they will be normal to the equipotential surfaces. So now I am drawing. These are V1, V2, V3, etc. These are equipotential surfaces. Then normal to those will constitute the electric field lines like this. Like this, these are electric field lines. Right? So, right. So these are the electric field lines corresponding to a overhead conductor, right? Now, as long as we don't have any constraint on space, we can use these overhead conductors without any problem. But there are constraints of space. At least inside the home. Inside the home, can we have bare conductors? If we were to use bare conductors instead of covered conductors, cables, you might have seen, how difficult it will be. You have to keep them at adequate distance from the, people. So what should be done? You have to increase the height of the building like anything. Apart from that, you have to take safeguards, right? You will never touch you never use a metallic rod or conductor and then touch these lines. So these are impossible things actually. It's inside the homes, it is ruled out. You cannot have a bare conductor distribution system. And what about transmission? Transmission, of course, outside you might have seen several overhead transmission lines. That was the mode of transmission right from the beginning actually. So overhead transmission is there, but the problem is recently there is the right of way problem and even acquisition of huge land. If it is a cable, you can imagine simply you can put it in underground, and then on the above the cable also you can start working, not an issue. Of course, there are some safety regulations, but you can at least walk. It's not a big problem. With proper shielding is provided for the cable. So huge space saving is possible if we go for cable transmission, and even in cities for distribution lines, even they are also recently going to be underground distribution systems. Especially smart cities, if we expect in future, they must be not having any exposed distribution network, which is not only harmful but which affects several ways many of the people. So underground distribution is coming up, underground transmission is coming up. So even in case of submarine systems, means large sea gap, they must use cables because there is no scope for installing transmission towers in the oceans, etc. So therefore, cable is inevitable. Now let us start with this overhead transmission system itself. Now in the overhead conductor, what will happen if the voltage level increases? Of course, there is a huge gap from the surface of the earth for an overhead conductor. So electric field will be high at the conductor surface. Where it will be high, in your opinion, electric field? In this system, whatever is drawn and it is visible to you, where the electric field will be high?
Near the conductor surface.
Yeah, wherever electric field
Surface
lines
of the
are
conductor.
crowded, number of lines, are more per a given length. Wherever that happens, there, the electric field will be high. So obviously, at the conductor surface, the electric field will be high, and as you move away, the electric field will become low and low. So this is what you can observe. Now, if electric field is high at the conductor, obviously there should be some limitation of voltage. Now, if we increase the voltage, what will happen? Will there be any problem?
Dielectric breakdown, sir.
Dielectric breakdown.
Of air.
This dielectric here is
of air, sir.
huh?
Sir, of air. I mean.
This is air only actually.
Yes, sir.
The dielectric given here is air only. So there will be air breakdown if you increase the voltage. Now, what is the breakdown strength of air?
33 kV per
kilovolt.
centimeter. 33 kV per centimeter, sir.
33 kilovolt per mm.
33 kV per mm or cm. I don't exactly.
3.1 kV per mm. Okay. It in standard conditions and so 1 mm gap will break at 3.1 kV. So if it exceeds this voltage, of course, there is tolerance for this this breakdown strength. So if it exceeds this value, then obviously the surrounding air will break. So this will continuously break. This kind of breakdown is known as corona discharges actually. These will occur surrounding the conductor. Say for example up to this much distance. So in this region, the air in this region gets actually ionized. Breakdown means what? Breakdown means charge will be coming. How charges will come out? Actually, it ionizes the gas surrounding this gas or air surrounding this conductor. So effectively, the conducting region will be extended actually. This is all conducting region, right? It's also a conductor. The air within this region is also a conductor. But why it is restricted to this region? Why it is not crossing this region? Because as the radius increases again, the electric field will decrease. So the corona to what radius it will occur is limited by the voltage. See, if the voltage is more, then the radius of this fictitious surface you can assume. So up to where these ionized gases will be there, that region is dependent upon the voltage. That's whatever you are applying. So if the voltage is more, the radius is more. So like that. So this indirectly you are extending the ionized region. That's what is happening here. What is the mechanism inside? Inside the mechanism is, due to, so in this region high electric field will be there. Due to any UV radiation or cosmic radiation, the particles in this, the gas particles in this gets ionized. Ionized means they release electron actually. So positive ion and then electron, it will be separated. And these electrons which are separated will again gain the, energy in the field, and then they will again hit the neutral atoms, again release. So this kind of activity will be continuously going on. And those released charges will be slowly moving like this. But they do not have the capability to hit after a certain distance. After this distance, say for example, whatever comes out will not gain so much energy due to less electric field. And then that is why they, beyond this surface, cylindrical surface, they cannot cause any ionization. That's why the ionization region cannot extend. So this region in which this phenomenon is what is known as corona. So this is the one of the problems with overhead conductor. This is actually unwanted. It will not only be causing the losses to the system, but also it will interfere in communication networks, radio and TV signals, etc. So this is unwanted phenomena that will occur. So to prevent this, of course, one of the effects is to increase the radius of the conductor, but that will increase the huge cost. So you have to balance from initial investment and then total losses during the transmission over a period of time. So there is a balance you have to do. So there is a limitation that we cannot increase the conductor size like anything, and it also depends on the weather conditions. So moist weather will always lead to huge corona. So this is how this phenomenon will occur on the bare overhead conductor. Now therefore, this conductor is also to be at adequate height. But this one thing you have to remember, this is a local breakdown. Local breakdown means the breakdown which is occurring surrounding the conductor in the ionized gas, that is local breakdown. It does not normally lead to complete breakdown of the channel. I mean, see, like this. So it doesn't normally lead unless the voltages are very high. Voltage is very high. But of course, if voltage is very high, it will definitely lead to such a breakdown, because otherwise lightning should not occur, right? Lightning means, cloud. From cloud, the discharge will take place. That is also due to breakdown only. So, but voltage need not be infinite for that one, for such breakdown to occur. There is certain voltage beyond which breakdown can occur, but normally for transmission line towers and all, the voltages are designed in such a way that only local breakdown will occur, and it will not normally lead to a breakdown to this one, to the ground. Sometimes, of course, these conductors are, put on a transmission line towers. The tower is at what potential? Transmission tower.
Ground. Zero potential.
Yes, ground potential, and it is hung like this. Say I am drawing transmission line tower here. Can you see? I hope. So this is a transmission line tower, and then this is a conductor. So this is a high voltage, and this is a ground potential. So sometimes a flashover can occur over the insulator strings whenever the weather is not good, or moist weather is there. Sometimes there may be a flashover like this, and even over the strings also there may be some flashover like this. So it may happen like that. That is that is not so common, but it does happen sometimes on the transmission lines. But whenever such things happen, immediately circuit breaker will trip, and then again it will connect again to check whether it is a temporary phenomenon or a permanent phenomenon. If it is a temporary phenomenon, then immediately power will be restored, and you may not even notice that power has gone and then came. So that fast the circuit breaker will operate under. So this is about overhead conductor. So due to in order to avoid this even corona phenomena or increase the insulation or to save space, what is done is the conductors can be covered to some extent. So this overhead conductor has other disadvantages, as you know. So not only apart from the space requirement, see often animals, they climb the transmission lines and then they get electrocuted. So in search of birds, some animals, they will be climbing and then for catching hold of the birds, they get electrocuted. And sometimes trees will be touching them, and then there will be short circuit to the ground and leading to inconvenience to the, you have to, the power gets interrupted, and then you have to go and cut the branches and then solve the problem. So there are several problems associated with overhead transmission systems, and even something may fall due to bad weather condition. If there is a storm, one tree may fall on the transmission system, and birds sitting on the transmission lines, if they touch the other line, the nearby line or ground on the tower, then obviously what will happen, they get electrocuted, and then during that time a fault is developed and immediately a circuit breaker will trip. So such kind of problems will be occurring on the overhead transmission systems. So in order to solve this, we need some insulation above the conductor. If some insulation is there above the conductor, what will happen exactly? So if a conductor is covered with insulation, then it is called covered conductor actually. So let us see step by step in these covered conductors. Just I will erase this one. Yeah. Now this is the conductor. Okay. Now I have just kept the insulation, right? And then what is the effect if I kept just one insulation surrounding the this covered conductor? This is conductor. This is conductor, central one, and then this outside one is insulation. Insulation is solid insulation. See, now the air, part of the air is replaced by this solid insulation. Now consider the ground plane is here. So in terms of electric field, what differences do you observe? Do you think?
Sir, the electric field will be reduced because the insulation has increased over the cable.
So permittivity will increase, epsilon will increase, so voltage and electric field will reduce.
So how much voltage do you think will be dropped on this in this? So for example, if you assume this surface, so if I have given a voltage V to the conductor, okay, so and this is height H, and it is normally the thickness of the insulation will be a few centimeters. Okay. Now, how much voltage will be dropped in the insulation, and how much voltage will be outside?
So ln R by R times it will reduce.
Sir, maximum 5% is
Ln
reduced.
capital R by small r times it will reduce.
Capital R by small r. What is capital R here?
No, small r is the radius of the conductor and capital R is the radius of the total outer sheath. So it should, I think, sir, it should reduce by factor of ln of capital R by small r divided by that factor.
How much that will be
Sir,
in practical? Practically, how much this will be?
sir, 5%. So
Yeah.
95% of the voltages appear on
5%
the insulation.
Okay. So for this to be done, you have to consider is more than the thickness T of the insulation. Okay. H is very huge compared to thickness T of the insulation. In this condition, so of course you can assume that only cylindrical conductor is there. So with that you can use the same formula and estimate how much voltage drop will be there. Roughly what is the capacitance of this system and what is the outer capacitance this system, complete system. So if you calculate that one, obviously the drop in the within this solid insulation is around limited to just around 5%. Suppose you have applied V here, so you can expect on the surface here 0.95 times of V and here 0 volts. So you can imagine, so 95% of the voltage is still in the air. So then what is the uses of this system? We need to understand clearly. Now, if someone touches the outer surface of this insulation, this cable system or whatever it is, overhead covered conductor, outer surface if someone touches, what will be the voltage in your opinion?
So
What will be
it
the
won't hurt
voltage
him.
if suppose he is touching the ground? Will he get a shock?
No, sir.
Are you
No, sir.
sure?
No, sir. No, sir.
But
He
it is
will not get a shock.
0.95 V, right?
Sir, but I think the insulation should protect the person
Yes, sir.
who's touching it.
Insulation will protect. How? What
voltage at
change you
the-
will observe? Huh? Yes, please. Yes, someone said something. Suppose someone is touching from ground using a conductor. Okay. And he is touching.
He will be electrocuted.
No, sir.
Sir,
Will he-
the outer surface will come to ground potential.
Oh no.
Yeah. So wherever he is touching, there it will be ground potential only. Potential will become V is equal to 0. Here, at the touching point, the potential will be V equals to 0. But with that, what will happen? Entire voltage drop will be across this solid insulation. Solid insulation will not allow any charges to go unless it is very thin and then it breaks here. Nothing will happen, right? So its breakdown is not that easy actually. Even few mm can tolerate very high voltage. So assuming that the insulation, solid insulation do not break, then there will be no harm if someone touches the conductor outer surface using a stick or something. So even if even if some tree falls on this, right? Even if some tree falls on this, even if a bird goes there, sits on it, or even if an animal climbs the transmission tower and then touches this conductor, nothing is expected to happen here, right? Because the outer potential, the moment you touch with a ground potential, the outer potential will be at ground potential, and inside the solid insulation, the entire voltage drop will be there. Therefore, there will not be any leak. The leakage currents are very small actually. So unless the insulation, solid insulation breaks, nothing is expected to happen. But why the currents are this is, if this is a capacitor, cylindrical capacitor, there is a surface, outer surface, this is a cylindrical capacitor. But why charges are not coming to the body through this conducting stick or whatever it is? So what could be the reason? Suppose if instead of this conductor outer surface is just insulating, if I put a conductor again at the outer surface of this insulation, then also will it not cause any electric shock? In that situation, is there a problem? So just think about this one. And how the potential, equipotential lines and then electric field distribution will alter if someone touches here at this point, say. Assume that, that entire earth surface has come like this. So in that case, how the electric field distribution will change? And if the distribution of electric field changes, then what it will have the effect on the conductor or insulation here? Any problem will be there, any different potential will be induced on the surface. With different potentials induced on the surface, will there be any problem? So these things you just give a thought to it. Okay, so we will continue in the next class. If you have any questions, you may ask.
Sir, the dielectric constant of the insulation should be enough to withstand that V, right? When the man touches the wire with conductor.
It's not dielectric constant. Dielectric constant is this is epsilon, right? It's
Yes, sir.
permittivity. Dielectric constant नहीं बोलना है. That is breakdown strength बोल के बोलना है.
Okay.
Breakdown strength. Breakdown strength is actually electric field. Breakdown strength is what? Is electric field. It is maximum electric field. EBD is E max that can be sustained by a insulation. Maximum electric field that can be sustained without breakdown. That is known as field breakdown strength of that insulation. Breakdown strength should be adequate. Yes, normally it is adequate. Solid insulation is, for example, 100 microns, 0.1 mm of LDPE can go up to 10 to 30 kV. Minimum is 10 kV. 0.1 mm. It will be in centimeters, I am telling you. So you can imagine the breakdown strength of any solid insulation compared to air insulation. It is several times better than the air insulation. Breakdown strength of gases are less than the liquids in general, and which liquids are less than the solids, because atoms are tightly packed, so its breakdown strength also increases. Yeah, any other question?
Sir, if the disadvantage of open conductor overhead lines can be removed by this covered conductor, then why they are not in use? Means everywhere we are seeing that only transmission is happening through open conductors. Means what are the limitations of these covered conductors?
The limitation. See, overhead conductors very easy. Until now, land is cheap. Through the jungle, through the everywhere we used to have these towers, transmission towers. In cities, of course, in Bombay, right before the independence, also we had underground system. So in cities, it is of course there already. But wherever land is cheap and there are no concerns from farmers, no agitations and for not giving the land, etc. Until now, things are happening easily. But now the situation started. Even the developed countries already have gone for these covered conductors and all. For example, the forest fires that occurred in Australia are due to such kind of breakdowns on the transmission lines only. So we could have avoided, by using these covered conductors or, even cables. So that is the cost is the only limitation. Now the increasing awareness has come and even governments are going towards that one. In our country, of course, cable transmission is being used, but overhead covered conductors are not yet coming into picture in a big scale. But ultimately, to save the flora, fauna, and then animals, human beings, so ultimately we need to go for it in future.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, what about the recorded lectures, sir?
Recorded lectures I will send. I have to sit on that, a little bit work I have to do and then send. I'll send.
Oh, okay.
This also is being recorded actually. This also will be sent. Any other question?
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, due to bad internet connection, I joined 15 minutes late. Sorry for that, sir. Just I want to say.
No problem. Now you are matured enough. See, one thing all of you have to understand is even this test also, online test also may be okay and all. But ultimately, what will happen to you after you complete the degree? When you finish the degree, this IIT certificate and this percentage will only get you an invitation for attending an interview. In the interview, if you do not have adequate knowledge, obviously you will be rejected. So what is at most important for you, more than getting marks or more than this attendance or even grade, etc., is to get the knowledge. If you have perfect knowledge in interview, you will, because interview can go in any direction. And I am telling you, if you attend my classes, your fundamentals will be definitely strong. And all interview questions, almost I will be covering in my lectures actually. So it is very important for you not to miss. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I don't have any restriction other than that. That some grade for some grade, only 5 marks are for attendance, not an issue. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, then if you don't have any further questions, I will stop here. Okay, let us continue with it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.